Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are officially in the last couple days of the month here, which means it's time for me to share my garbage on the internet. So in today's video, I'm gonna share my July 2025 Home Fragrance Empties. So I am gonna share all of the candles and wax melt that I used over the course of this past month. I love doing these empties videos because I don't think there is a better review of any product than a empty review. Once you use something from start to finish, you have a pretty good sense of whether you really like that product, how it worked out for you, whether you would recommend it to a friend. You know, like you form a pretty strong opinion once you use something the whole way through. So that's why I love sharing these empties videos. So that's what we're going through today. Now, for me personally, when it comes to my candles, specifically, I do also utilize candle lamps. For example, there is a candle lamp behind me right there. I also use candle crocks. I have a candle crock over there in that corner. So I will use my candles sometimes underneath the lamps, sometimes inside of the crocks. Sometimes it's because a candle isn't behaving, so maybe the wick stuttered out, but sometimes I just would rather warm a candle than burn it. So it doesn't mean that the candle had something wrong with it necessarily if I'm using it under a lamp or in a crock, but it just means that I wanted to utilize that fragrance in a slightly different way. So I love the ambiance of just having that like background fragrance going, and then I can burn other candles alongside to create some interesting new scents. So anyway, I wish I had more empties to share this month, to be perfectly honest, but it was kind of a shorter burning month for me despite it being 31 days long. We went on a family vacation for the first 8 days of the month, so that essentially took a week away from, you know, burning candles. And then also I worked quite a bit this past month. Summers are obviously pretty busy with events, weddings, even corporate parties, and, you know, baby showers, bridal showers, all of that stuff is happening. So I do work in the event industry. I'm a florist if you're new around here. So yeah, the summer tends to be a little busier for me, which means a little less burn time. But I am proud of what I was able to get through. My summer burning season is coming to a close here pretty quickly. I typically decorate for fall around the middle of August, and once I do that, I bust out all of the apple scents and, you know, some lighter pumpkin type fragrances. So I only have a couple weeks of summer burning left here, and there's still a few more candles that I want to get through. But I feel like I did do a pretty good job this summer in terms of getting through a lot of the candles that were in my like summer backup stash that, you know, I had left over from previous summers. So yeah, always and forever trying to find that balance of finishing things that I already purchased a really long time ago, and still, you know, trying to buy some new stuff here and there to be able to share some newness as well. But yeah, I no longer allow my home fragrance hobby to completely take over my life. It's still a very big part of my life, obviously, but it's no longer taking over my entire house. Everything fits in one closet. It's glorious. Anyway, moral of the story is we're gonna go through all of these empties here today. I'll go ahead and list and link where you can find any of these items that I'm sharing in the description box if they happen to still be available. Some of these fragrances might now be discontinued. There's also gonna be some other videos that I just referenced down there that are home fragrance related. If you've never seen them, they might be helpful for, you know, just a reference point. Maybe you don't know how to use a lamp, maybe you don't know how to use a candle crock. I have a video all about that. I will link some of my favorite lamps and crocks as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start with the candles first, and then we will end with the wax melts because there's not a ton in here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll go a little faster this time around. We shall see. I'm not known for my brevity. So anyway, let's get into it with the candles first. So I'm not gonna do this by brand. I'm literally just gonna grab whatever is at the top of the bucket here. So we might jump around to a few different brands here when it comes to the candles. But the first thing at the top of my pile here is something that I just finished yesterday, actually. This is Kringle Sea Breeze. This is obviously the 4-wick format here, which you can see had a beautiful burn. These 4-wick candles are still somewhat newer to Kringle Candle. I love them. This is the 2-wick tumbler style, which was their biggest option in the past. But honestly, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of this. I do think that the 4 wicks, for the most part, have a little bit more oomph in terms of strength and throw. And if there is a fragrance that I really love, I'm gonna buy it in the 4-wick format, because not only do I like the overall extra strength and throw that I get from this, but I also just really like the look of a beefy candle. I mean, this is almost as big as my head. This is a big candle. How many ounces are these? 32 ounces, and they burn up to 70 hours. So these do go on sale periodically, and that's when I buy them. I typically don't pay full price for anything from any company. I always wait until there's a coupon or a sale. So, but yeah, I love Sea Breeze. This is a very beachy, fresh, very like solar type of coconut fragrance. It's amazing, and if you've never tried it and you're a fan of coconut, you gotta try this one. Kringle does list the notes on the bottom, so I'll just quickly read them to you, but I do have an in-depth review of this. In fact, I think the vast majority of candles that I am talking about here, they all have a formal in-depth review, so you can find my different playlists that I have for some of my favorite candle companies on my main channel page. But anyway, the notes for Sea Breeze are ozone, coconut, fruit, green, coconut, and amber. It's incredible. Just try it. Listen, if you love coconut, you have to try it. It's the best. I want everyone to try this. I'm trying to spread the word far and wide. You need to try Sea Breeze. If not this summer, listen, if you are also coming to the end of your summer burning season because you hate the summer like I do, let us all start a club. But yeah, put it on your list for next year. It's fine if it's too late for this year, but you have to try it next year. It's that good. All right, this is Kringle Polo. This is from the Reserve line. I actually just pulled this from my candle crock today. I've had this in my candle crock for, has it been 2 weeks? It's either been 2 weeks or like a week and a half. Anyway, I had burned this to the halfway point, so this wasn't completely full when I popped it into my candle crock. And I did, by the way, use the rest of the wax in my fire starters. If you're curious about my fire starters, there's a video about that. So anyway, this particular fragrance was part of a recent Reserve launch, and I really love this scent. It is a more perfumey, like more masculine leaning type of perfumey fragrance. The notes for this one were mandarin, cypress, mint leaf, dewy greens, solar accord, lavender, cedarwood, glowing amber, patchouli, and sheer leather. So definitely a little masculine in its presentation, but boy, did I love this. I would absolutely repurchase this in the future. That is gorgeous. Now, also a part of that launch was the Tangelo Sour. Now, I didn't hate this, but I also didn't love this. When this was burning, it smelled quite a bit more like a citrus cleaning product. And I don't love that. When I smell citrus in my house, I would prefer for it to be like a juicy, very sweet, more like natural type of citrus. So like if this just smelled like Tangelos, that would be perfect. Love it. But again, it kind of presented as a little bit more of like a kitchen counter cleaner type product, right? A lot of those are like mandarin or lemon scented. And that's just what I got from this, and I didn't love that. So I decided to go ahead and warm it in one of my candle crocks. It didn't smell quite as aggressive when I was melting the whole thing. In fact, still now there's a little bit of like oils left in this tiny bit of wax in the bottom. Obviously, I also reused this wax for my fire starters, but for whatever reason, when this was melting, when the whole, you know, ball of wax was melting all at once, it didn't translate as a cleaning product quite as much. It was still a little bit more fresh than maybe I would have cared for, but so much more enjoyable melting than burning. So I wouldn't repurchase this one personally, but if you like those citrus fragrances that smell a little bit akin to like a cleaning product, you might really like this one. I mean, it would be nice for like a bathroom, even I would say for a kitchen, but I don't know, it's not my favorite for those areas. Let's grab this one here. In fact, I've got a trio that I need to share because I've finished all 3 of them now. So this is one of my Holy Grail trios from homeworx. Still a huge fan of homeworx over here. This is the Farm Stand trio that I purchased many sets or many trios of from QVC. So it contained the Farm Stand Blueberry, the Farm Stand Peach, and the Farm Stand Strawberry. Now these are not the lids that came with this collection. I saved these from another homeworx candle collection. These particular ones, you can see they're done. These particular lids came from it was a homeworx collection that was like a festival or fair collection. Anyway, I just thought the scalloped lids were so cute, and so I love them on these like gingham or plaid type containers here. I just think they look so sweet, especially for the summertime. Anyway, Farm Stand Strawberry is a juicy, super sweet strawberry. It is delicious. I love it. I think this one might still be available at the Slatkin & Co website. If it is available there, you can use my discount code to save a little bit of extra money on that one. I think they might also have the Farm Stand Peach. At one time, I did see Farm Stand Peach just in a single candle over on QVC as well. This is another great, just super sweet, super juicy, slightly candied type of just ripe summer peach. It's perfection. I love it. And then I would argue that maybe the blueberry is my all-time favorite. This blueberry, you guys, it is heavenly. It's literally one of my favorite blueberries ever. Now this has a combination of blueberry, blackberry, almond sugar, and vanilla, but really that blackberry there is a little hint of it in the fragrance, but this is mostly just a really juicy, ripe, like perfect midsummer blueberry. It is so good, and I'm gonna need Harry and his team to bring back all 3 of these, just package them all together again. In fact, make multiple, because there's also a Farm Stand Watermelon that has been released in the past. There was a Farm Stand Nectarine. That one was amazing. I mean, they could do a Farm Stand Apricot. They could do a Farm Stand Raspberry. I don't know why Harry hasn't done a Farm Stand Raspberry yet. That would be amazing. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of summer fruits, and they could just Farm Stand it up. I tell you what, I would buy them. I would buy them all. Harry, I think, does fruity fragrances really, really well. So anyway, I have one more set of this particular trio, and at this point, I'm gonna save it for next summer. I'm gonna remove the lids from this one, plop them on those. That way they'll be ready to go for next summer. But there's a couple more. There's some other summer fragrances that I think that I want to finish, but I want to save those, like I said, for next summer. I have a feeling that they're probably not going to bring these fragrances back, which is a bummer, but what are you going to do? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's talk. Oh, and my battery is starting to die. I think we're still okay for now, but you'll know when I get awkwardly cut off that the battery ran out. Okay, Yankee Candle Pink Sands. I love this. I don't love the new labels that they're doing. Don't love those at all, but do I love Pink Sands? Oh, gosh, gosh, do I ever. First of all, I first discovered Pink Sands, this like a fragrance like this at Bath & Body Works. They called it Flamingo Beach, basically the same scent. But Bath & Body Works hasn't brought back Flamingo Beach in years, and people kept telling me that this was very, very similar to that fragrance. And so I tested it out earlier this year, fell in love, and this is actually my third one. This is my third one of the year of Pink Sands. So I took a serious break from Yankee Candle for a number of years because I really fell out of love with paraffin wax. And Yankee was mostly doing that back in the day when I was still shopping with them. So I just stopped buying from them. But they now have a different wax formulation that is more soy-based, and I'm really impressed with these new candles that I've purchased this year. The overall burn quality is just immensely better, and while I know there are still a lot of people out there who do love paraffin, for me personally, I like the cleaner burn of soy. I don't smell the soy in the candles that I'm burning. Some people can smell the soy, but also when I burn paraffin candles, I always smell that paraffin undertone. Like a paraffin candle never like just smelled like a juicy ripe peach to my nose, right? Like it always had that little bit of like a waxy undertone to it. But again, in fairness, there are people out there that smell that soy undertone in soy-based candles. So there's no perfect formulation that's going to work for everybody, but personally, I'm really glad to be able to go back to Yankee Candle because there are a number of fragrances that I really love and that I've missed over the years that I'm excited to get back into. So Yankee Candle actually sent me a coupon in the mail the other day, and I have a new route for floral deliveries every single Monday that I have to do, and it takes me right by a mall that actually still has a Yankee Candle store in it. It's one of the few in our area, so I think that I'm gonna go in store here probably more towards the end of August, when they are gonna have the vast majority of the fall candles already in store. And yeah, I'm gonna use my little coupon and buy some Yankee candles for the fall. It's been a number of years since I've enjoyed their fall candles, and I can't wait. That was quite the tirade to tell you that I really love Pink Sands. You should try it if you've never tried it. It's very sweet, it's very tropical. It's amazing. Just try it. Stick your nose in it, I'm telling you. Even my local Fred Meyer, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you can go to Fred Meyer. They sell some Yankee candles in store in their candle section. My store seems to always have the Pink Sands, so you can even go smell this at Fred Meyer if you want to. All right, now this one here is Pink Kiwi Berry. I love this one. I will say my burns after about the midpoint with this one went downhill, and so this one went into the candle cart because it was misbehaving. But I still love the fragrance so much that if this comes back next year, I will absolutely repurchase it. It's an incredibly sweet, like juicy, again, fruity summer fragrance. Let's see here. The notes are sweet kiwi, candied citrus, and sunny orchids. Listen, this is mostly just a really sweet, juicy kiwi. It also smells like there is like maybe some like mango or something in here. Like this is just, it's very intensely sweet, but it's perfect. And heck, if you can get this on sale, you should. Like if they're clearancing it out, or if this comes back for SAS after the holidays this year, I could totally see myself hitting up SAS to maybe grab a few of these if they magically appear. So you guys, I finished this $80 candle. This is Carby Musk from A Better World Fragrance House. I love this candle. It is a ridiculous price point though. Yes, I said this one candle here is $80. I purchased this from Ulta. Now I did have a 20% off coupon that I was able to apply for towards this, so I didn't pay the $80, but that is the price point for this one. All of the other Better World Fragrance House candles are $48, and they all look like this, but there's supposed to be some different technology that was utilized in Carby Musk. This fragrance was actually designed by Michael Carby, who is apparently a famous perfumer. The technology that's in here is supposed to help this fragrance linger longer in the air even after you extinguish it. I didn't find that to be the case. Do I still love the fragrance? Yes, it's incredibly beautiful, like light, clean, musky type of perfume. It's gorgeous. If this were available in an actual like personal fragrance, like an eau de parfum or something, I would totally splurge on it. It's gorgeous, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that this candle is so much more expensive when the format, as in, you know, the jar itself, the actual wax formulation, for the most part, it seems like is exactly the same. The wicks are the same. Listen, it had a great burn. Fabulous, clean, gorgeous burn, slow burning too. This is soy wax, my favorite. But yeah, just kind of a lot for what it was. I think that's what makes me mad. Okay, fresh watermelon. Now this one here, I put this in. Yeah, I did. There's nothing left in here. There's wax in here. You're seeing wax, but I did have this one in a candle crock. When I'm smelling this now, I only get the faintest hint of watermelon from this because I have extracted all of the fragrance oils from the wax by putting it in one of my candle crocks. I actually had this in our master bedroom for I think about a week, and it was fabulous. I love this particular watermelon because it also gives you a little hint of like the rind of the watermelon. So you get that little bit of like green in there as well. This one was amazing. I don't know. I feel like if you come across this one just on sale, I would say definitely pick it up, especially if you're one, you know, that kind of likes to purchase for subsequent seasons. Maybe you're done with your summer burning now, but you could save this for next year. I'm not like telling you to do that. Clearly, I'm trying to refrain from doing that myself, but yeah, if you are a collector, that's one of those that I think is absolutely worth picking up, even if it is like during an off season, because it just is so well done. Or better yet, bring it back, Bath & Body Works. Because I like it, they probably won't. This is just the story of my life, I swear to you. Everything that I fall in love with goes away. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, look what we have here. We have another Kringle 4-wick. So this is Yuzu and Sage. I gotta tell you, Yuzu and Sage is my newest favorite citrus from Kringle Candle. I used to love the Sicilian Orange. I still love it. I'm not gonna say that I don't love it, but this has replaced my love for Sicilian Orange. So the notes for this one, and really mainly this is just mostly Yuzu, but let me just read it through them anyway. So we have Yuzu, lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, eucalyptus, which I normally hate. It's not super present in here. Mint, which I also normally don't really care for. It's not really much mint in here. Ginger, peach, apricot, musk, coconut, kiwi, watermelon. Ignore most of that other stuff. This is predominantly Yuzu, and I love it. This just, it makes me so stinking happy, you guys. This is one of those happy fragrances where when you stick your nose in this, like you can't help but smile. It just puts you in a better mood. Also, this burned like a champ. Look at that beautiful clean burn there. Isn't that delightful? Not an ounce of soot or discoloration. There is a little bit of that soy wax that sticks to the side. Yeah, you'll have that little bit of residue, but other than that, she is perfect. Also, these would actually make really beautiful vases because of this little pedestal here at the bottom. So you can certainly clean these out and, you know, get stickers off the bottom and the front here. I've never actually tried to remove these. Look at that. That's pretty easy to remove. So you'll just have to take a little bit of like that Goo Gone to get the sticky stuff off here, but these labels come off pretty cleanly. So anyway, reuse these. Why not? They also come with these really nice lids, so you can put cotton balls in here. You can put, you know, treats. Obviously, if you're going to be putting any type of like candies or, you know, dog treats or anything, wash this multiple times. clean it up well, but that is a gorgeous heavy jar. So you don't need to toss them. You can reuse those. Love that. All right, we have 2 more candles, and then we have some wax melts. So these last 2 are from Bath & Body Works. We have At the Beach, which, yes, this, please keep this around. Once again, I love a coconut. This is a beautiful coconut. This is a very like perfumey, beachy. So this is frangipani, toasted coconut and bergamot waters. Smells like a beautiful, expensive sunscreen. I just love it. I also have this in the body spray. It's just such a happy fragrance, you guys. It's the epitome of summer. I love it so much. I don't have a backup. Fingers crossed it comes back again next year. We shall see. We shall see. But again, this is another one of those scents where if I come across this during the next semi-annual sale and it's out of season and if it's a good price point, I will be very tempted by it. Even though I don't need to be storing a ton of off-season candles, but that's how much I love At the Beach. That's really good. Now, Sweetest Song. I love Sweetest Song. This is so good. This is a perfumey raspberry. Fun fact, I hated this fragrance in the body care. I smelled it in the body care and was like, oh, what went wrong here? I don't think they really smell the same at all. I mean, yeah, they're both like perfumey raspberry, but I don't know, it didn't translate into body care for me at all. But the candle, so good. Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right. Lastly, let's dig into the bottom here and see what I finished in terms of wax melts. All of my wax melts from July are from Scentsy. I didn't really utilize any vendor wax this month. So I myself am not a Scentsy consultant. I purchase all of my Scentsy products from my best friend, Lisa Roberry. Most of you are very familiar with her. So yeah, anyway, several of these bars are from the most recent Bring Back My Bar, which is still happening. And you should be able to have access to these July 2025 Bring Back My Bar fragrances, at least for the first week of August. I think they might actually be available for the first couple of weeks of the month. Listen, don't quote me on that. Get a hold of your Scentsy consultant for, you know, like the for sure dates with regards to how long the Bring Back My Bar is going into August. But you still have a few more days at least to either place an order for them or pop them in your club. So I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on these fragrances. I'll let you know also whether I have any of these bars in my club or not. So I'm just gonna start grabbing. The first thing that I grab is Summer Holiday, and I believe there are several of the, at least 3, potentially more. Yeah, there's 4. Oh, there's 5. Holy moly. Okay. We have 5 Summer Holidays here. Summer Holiday is part of the current Bring Back My Bar here. This is one of my favorite fragrances from Scentsy. It's not in my club, and I'm not gonna put it in my club. I will likely regret that, but I keep my club pretty small. I've talked about this many times before. But this particular fragrance is like a slightly more floral version of the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62 fragrance. So if you don't know what that is, it's the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream scent. If you've ever used their Boom Boom Cream, you know this fragrance. It's gorgeous. I actually like to add a pistachio ice cream. This is also part of the Bring Back My Bar right now. I like to add 1 cube of each of these into a warmer. This creates the exact Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62 fragrance. It is spot on. Spot on, I'm telling you. Because what's missing from this Summer Holiday is that pistachio note. And here it is. Together, it is the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream scent. And it's amazing. Anyway, obviously, I love this one on its own, but it's really nice mixed with that pistachio. So we love blending fragrances around here. This is, oh, this makes me so sad that I used this already, but Lisa did gift this to me when I went to go visit her. This is Kukui and Coconut. This one is really, really lovely. I love all things coconut, so this one is amazing. This is Cake Me to Paradise. I have this in my club. It's part of the current catalog. I don't get any cake from this one. This mostly smells like sweet, tropical, juicy, fruity goodness. So for me, this is kind of a mix of camu, passion fruit, mango, that type of vibe. I love it. I adore it. It's so good. All right, cherry almond pie. I don't think this is a part of the current Bring Back My Bar. I think Lisa may have slipped this one into my suitcase when I went to visit her. This is really good. It's not ever been club worthy for me. I've had this a couple times now, but I really do like it. I think it is a wonderful scent. It's really heavy on the almond. It's actually a little bit lighter on the cherry note, but it is good. It's really, really good. I like that one. Oh geez, here's another summer holiday. Did I go through 5? Obviously, I have a thing for it. All right, sugar. This was in my Scentsy club regrets video. I shared that earlier this month where I was just kind of talking about things that I either should have put in my club or things that I took out of my club to make room for something else, and that I just totally regretted that decision. I shared that video. That actually went up while I was on vacation, so it was quite early in July. But anyway, sugar is one of those fragrances that I once had in my club. I took it out. I regret it. Such a bummer. It smells very similar to Aquilina's Pink Sugar. If this ever comes back for Bring Back My Bar voting, please vote for it. Pretty please. I need to have it back. All right, tangerine and sugar cane. Just a really beautiful, juicy tangerine. It's perfect. No complaints. Lemon coconut chiffon. This is another one of those regrets that Lisa popped. So Lisa's clubs are much bigger than mine, and she has multiple. And so she has a lot of these things in her club. And she's told me before, she's like, if you want to buy some of this stuff out of my club, just let me know. Listen, I don't think that's an offer just like for everybody, just so you guys know. Like, we are best friends, you know, and she knows that I've got some huge regrets. And so Lisa has always been really sweet and generous with me. So, you know, but I would never like just allow her to like just outright like give me stuff. If there's anything that I ever want, I'll compensate her for it. So, you guys, this one here, it's so good. It's so good. Also, Lisa will sometimes do, like some personal specials, if you will. So these are things that she has on hand that she sells, and some of these things come from her club. So follow Lisa. She's got a lot of things that that actually Scentsy no longer has available that she might have in her, like I said, you know, on hand stash that she sometimes sells. So I think there's probably a lot of consultants do that. So ask your consultant if they have stock on hand that they are willing to sell you. But anyway, back to this lemon coconut chiffon. So good. It's just like a coconut chiffon pie. It's heavenly. All right, coconut flower. I like this one. It's quite floral, quite perfumey, but I did end up liking it. It's very perfumey actually. So this one's not gonna be for everybody. This is part of the current Bring Back My Bar. I'm about to lose battery here. I'm gonna keep going. We'll see if I can get it done. Okay, this is strawberries and cream. I actually have this going downstairs right now. I love it. I think it's now been discontinued. Pistachio ice cream. Here's another one. This is an older one though. Lisa popped this one into my bag, and I did mix that with some of the summer holiday. And then lastly, happy birthday. You guys know how I feel about happy birthday. It is in my club, and it will be for all eternity. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to let me know what you finished this month in terms of home fragrance, either candles or wax melts, or maybe you use Pura, whatever it is that you finished this month in terms of home fragrance. Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you are new. Check out the description box for more information, and give this video a big fat thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.